Hello and welcome to Last Week in Finance. Today is December 6th of 2020. Let's go to the numbers, shall we? The S&P 500 went up this week 1.67%. It's at all-time high at 3,699 points. The US dollar index, the DXY, took a hit this week. It went up, closed this week at negative 1.07%. Right now, the DXY is at 90.81 points. Gold rush this week plus 2.65%. Right now, the ounce of gold is at $1,838 an ounce. Silver, of course, following the bandwagon of the gold, went even higher this week. 6.68%. $24.20 is right now the current price of silver. Copper. Copper went also way up this week, 3.53%. Right now, the pound of copper is at $3.52. The oil, the West Texas, had some movements, some interesting movements this week, but actually made a push from the levels of last week. Right now, the barrel of crude oil is at $45.51. The big news with these movements was with the 10-year bonus yield went up 14%. The yield of the treasury bond is at 0.97%, very shy to 1% of yield. Bitcoin, of course, cryptomaniacs are having a party the last past days. Right now, the Bitcoin is at 19,000, over 19,000 per Bitcoin. Had some movements, but is still shy of reaching the $20,000 mark. So, according to all this information, let's go and play a game. I want to play a game. And that game is bullish or bearish in the next few years. Let's start with the S&P 500. Right now, I'm bearish. I'm bearish on the market, of course. Long term, I don't know. I don't know if this vaccine news is gonna still propping up the markets, or if the Federal Reserve is gonna keep raising their balance sheet. So I don't know when that stops or that effect it doesn't act as a placebo, doesn't do anything. I believe that we're gonna have a big crash on the market. The DXY. I'm also long time midterm bearish on the dollar. The DXY should be going down as well. Gold. Well, that's the most thing that what I think is going to happen with gold. I'm not neither bullish or bearish on gold. I think it's just going to go up at some point, maybe to surpass the $2,000 mark per ounce, and then go slightly down when economic production that don't believe this doom and gloom. The economy always want to go up. Just these things that are happening with the politicians, with the central banks, it's gonna distort these things. Most people want to be productive. Let's be honest. Okay, with silver, of course, as always, silver follows the trend of gold. It has some room to go even higher and then go back down and keep as his natural purpose, that is a high-end industrial commodity. Copper as well. Copper is just an industrial commodity, and what it will happen is that if the economy is gonna go well, the copper is gonna do as well. Copper, let's say long time bullish. With the West Texas, with the crude oil, I'm long time bull. I'm bullish on oil. Why is that? Because the barrel of crude oil should be raising their prices because an inflation adjusted metric. And why is that? Because producing oil is a very hard, expensive, and capital intensive process. It costs a lot of money, costs a lot of investment, costs a lot of projects, and believe me, the I've been inside oil companies and they're bitches, and I don't have a better word for that. They're bitches. They're bitching every time the barrel drops. They want projects when they can. They like to execute their projects when they're very prospect prices, future prices, and the equipment. I mean, all the things that are required to produce oil are expensive. Therefore, they're gonna suffer an inflation. I mean, but just in this instrument. So I'm long time bullish on the oil prices just for an inflation based analysis. The 10-year ball, I don't honestly, I'm not a bond guy. Is the instrument that I'm least knowledgeable about, but it should go higher. So I'm bullish on the yield, just on the yield, not in the demand. Uh, the yield should be going up in the next few years. And Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a rabbit hole and cryptos in general. So I believe at this point it should be do a contraction, maybe a crash in the short and medium term. But I'm very, very, very long time bullish on both Bitcoin and most of the major cryptocurrencies. I want to finish with the real estate market, and right now I'm bearish. I'm very bearish on the real estate market. Depends on the market, but especially in commercial real estate and main cities residential real estate. I'm bearish, just bear on that. And the thing is that the price, most of these major markets in the world, not just in the States, are very overpriced. So we should at least get a big correction on those markets. Nevertheless, in suburbs, in residential real estate in the suburbs, it might go up, but just in those cases. So I guess that will be all for this week. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next week. Bye bye.